Hey guys, welcome back to World Mechanics. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. Today will be super helpful video, guys. If you have a BMW Z4, guys, and you're trying to figure out what are the symptoms of a leaking fuel injector and how you may detect that you have a leaking fuel injector. Make sure to stay until the end, guys. We're going to share very helpful information and something, guys, that can actually cause your engine to be completely trashed because of a leaking fuel injector. So make sure to stay until the end so you can avoid that and you can, guys, save a few thousand dollars, guys, on a new engine. Before we start, every single car we get at the shop, we make at least 200 free repair videos. Why we do that? Simply because our mission at the shop is to save you as much money as we can. All we need, guys, in return, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. That way we can keep providing these free videos. If you guys need to buy new fuel injector parts to use for your BMW Z4, check out the links in the description of the video below, guys. We share them for your convenience. That's where we get all our tools and parts from. So specifically, we have a 6-cylinder gasoline engine, but even if you have a different engine, guys, the procedure will be very similar, guys. So let's cover the symptoms of leaking fuel injector. Those are your fuel injector, guys. If you have a BMW Z4 with direct fuel injectors, they will be bigger. They will be probably 3 times bigger, and usually they will not be located on the intake manifold. They will be located between your ignition coils. But the symptoms are the same for both kinds, so it doesn't matter which one you have, the procedure are practically the same. Leaking fuel injector, what it means? It means that the fuel injector, guys, it's supposed to open and close, okay, so to spray fuel in the cylinder. But if it doesn't close all the way, sometimes they get things stuck inside, they malfunction, and it may start dripping fuel. It could be just a few drops, it could be leaking all the time. That's called leaking fuel injector. Leaking fuel injector, guys, number one thing that it's going to cause is engine misfire. Engine misfire, so that's very common. Why? Because it may get the spark plug wet, and as a result, the spark plug will not ignite and it will detect engine misfire on that cylinder. Let's say you have fuel injector on cylinder number 1 that's leaking, you will detect the engine misfire on cylinder number 1, and it will be something like you may get engine light on and code such as P0301. The last digit of the code corresponds to the cylinder number. Number 2, guys, rough idle. Because if one of the cylinders is not firing, it means that the engine will not be balanced, so it will be running rough. You will notice, guys, decreased horsepower, not enough power, and increased fuel consumption, like big time. Probably over 30% increased fuel consumption. Also, you may get a code for a car running rich. Okay, car running rich. And why? Because you have too much fuel that's not burned. You go to the exhaust, the oxygen sensors are right there, and they'll detect that you have unburned fuel, and you may even get a code for rich fuel mixture, guys. But something very scary, guys. When those fuel injectors leak, okay, they may leak all the time. And BMW has a fuel system that is self-activating even if you do not drive the car. Once in a while the pump may turn on to build pressure in the fuel rail, or when you open the driver door, it's going to activate the fuel pump most of the times to build fuel pressure in the fuel rail so you can easily start your car. But if your fuel injector is leaking, all that fuel will keep dripping in the cylinder, guys. Around the piston rings, it will make its way down to the oil pan, in the engine oil. Fuel is very thin and it will dilute your engine oil, and as a result the engine oil will not lubricate as good, and that can be a total failure for your engine, guys, because you may end up needing new rod bearings, crankshaft bearings, camshaft bearings. You can completely destroy your engine. The second reason that can destroy your engine because of a leaking fuel injector is if it's leaking really much, guys, that fuel will not be able to go all the way around the piston rings fast enough. You try to start your car, guys, and as a result liquid does not compress as much as air does, and you can hydrolock your engine, and that can cause, guys, bent connecting rod. We've had that happen, and you have to take the whole engine apart to replace that connecting rod, so it's quite a bit of work, guys, and again, you're looking at thousands of dollars mechanic bill unless you're doing the job yourself. Now, another thing that we notice when you have a leaking fuel injector, you may notice hard time starting your engine when it's hot. So those are, guys, the top symptoms that we see here at the shop. Hopefully the video will be helpful. Thank you for watching and see you guys next time.